the long-awaited winter orb video is here. Nothing too crazy though. I've just started assembling the build. Swapped over a bunch of the same gear I had from the Forbidden Rite. It's not really optimized, but it feels pretty good, depending on the content you're doing. I'm running destructive play, and there's quite a bit of effect modifier on the Atlas. We have all the effect modifier besides the small ones, and then I have the wild wood wisps as well. So it's relatively juiced content. And you definitely will get killed, but could be worse. We are running the Soul Eater ring as well. I do have a video on that if you want to know like how it works and the mechanics. But I'm procking it through Lightning Orb, which is my movement ability. Never know with those mercs how dangerous they're going to be. But yeah, we're using Lightning Orb for movement and to gain souls. 45 Soul Eater stacks. Oh, one of these. Nice. But yeah, I'll go into the details for the build later on when I go over the PoB. And I'll talk about what is optimized versus unoptimized and how much room I think it has to grow. For now, I'm just going to show a little bit of gameplay, some mapping, and then maybe a boss. So yeah, feel free to skip around. I'll have timestamps in the video for everything. I did not get the empowered bosses here. You have to clear the full map, or most of the map if you want the empowered bosses.
An acceptable outcome.
So they're a little easier than usual. Ice Nova to the face. Yeah, it's tankier than your normal war build. You can face tank stuff, so you're able to like sit there and just channel. Able to do that because we're going Chaos Inoculation and we're stacking a good amount of ES. We could go for less ES for sure and get a lot more damage. Still not sure on the route I want to take. This is just the first iteration of the build.
I need more mana.
Alright. So yeah, there's some mapping. Alright, next I am going to attempt a Maven. Should be able to do it. It should be pretty smooth. Should be able to face tank most of her abilities. Let's see how it goes.
Die as you were meant to.
That awkward thing where we're like light warping in and out is trying to keep my soul stacks up. Since Winter Orb auto aims for you, the multi bosses reduces your DPS there pretty big. Wonder if this works. It does.
I need more mana.
I'm not sure if standing on top of her is better or standing a little bit away from her.
Resistance will be punished. Time contorts. Scurry.
Oh my god. I did not mean to teleport right into the beam. Sometimes you're able to teleport like on the brain and it doesn't count. Oh my god, I did it again. Alright, we gotta survive 7 seconds here. Ha, I did it.
Planes all.
Face tank that.
Death will not be an escape.
Oh, I don't have clarity on, huh? Yeah, that's causing some problems. Both sides. I missed what the first one was. Stack up time's kind of low right now. There we go. That's better.
Death will not be an escape.
She got another phase out. Yikes.
Scurry. Stand still. Ow!
Stop resisting.
Puddles all over the place.
Bends. Punishment inescapable.
Following death. I need more mana.
Arrogant toy.
Alright, final phase.
It will not be an escape.
Puddles are still there. Feels bad. It was just left and then right up a bunch of times. Nope.
A cascade of pain.
If you didn't know you could do that, if you mess up, you still have time to complete the phases.
Stand still.
Unravel.
Lightning Warp is really nice for this phase.
This.
Can I face tank it? Didn't even hit me.
Stand still. It will not be an escape.
Alright. Another game.
Scurry. Scurry.
You stupid rat.
Can't win them all.
Stand still. A cascade of pain. Stand still.
Alright, she's down. So, my conclusions on that fight is less tanky and more damage. The fight lasted a really long time. And we are able to face tank pretty much everything. So, yeah. I showed some mapping, showed the Maven. That's going to be all for gameplay for this video. Next, I'll go into the PoB. Okay. So here's the PoB. It's the same Winter Orb PoB from League Start. So it has all the loadouts, but this is Spec 1 for the very first spec that I'm actually playing. So yeah, we are occultist since we're power charge stacking, and she has the new Vile Bastion node. She's just a really good choice. Could definitely go Golem Zodia for Winter Orb, but I can't get a hold of the Megalos at the moment. So maybe at a later date, we'll try that out. But so the tree looks like this. A lot of energy shield, some mana reserve, a lot of spell block, power charges, obviously, and a couple cold masteries. As a brief overview, keystones are running Inner Conviction from the Timeless, Militant Faith, running Ghost Reaver, which is really important, and yeah, that's about all on the tree. Notable jewels. We're not running a lot of jewels right now. Eventually, definitely gonna grab some clusters, especially the blanketed snow clusters for 10% cold pen. That will be a huge boost, because I think that's our main problem right now is bossing damage. We need cold pen for that, so gonna swap something out there. But yeah, so we're running. This is pretty much a nothing jewel. Another nothing jewel. One stat on that one. And then we have a Light of Meaning for energy shield, a Natural Instinct. I'm going to say those aren't really necessary. They're really nice for the extra energy shield, but yeah. I don't think if you want to do this version of the build, you don't need those. Pathing down here because of the Coiling Whisper Ring. And again, I think I mentioned it already, but I have a video on that. you do need to mess with like curse duration and stuff. So we needed some reduced effect duration. And that does not synergize with Winter Orb, but it doesn't really matter because our cast speed is so high. So we're always at 10 stacks, like instantly. For the rest of the items, we got Tollfall. Not using Void Battery. It's actually a pretty big DPS loss. Looks like almost 30% to use Void Battery. The added flat damage is really big. Malachi is the usual, like Relicash, which has changed. Only for power charges now, but it's still worth because it enables Malachi's and Graven's belt. Energy shield gear for the body and the gloves. Mary Lynn's for the amulet. A lot of people are always debating on whether Mary Lynn's is worth it for the low crit chance, but based on PoB, it's definitely worth it, and it feels okay. I mean, it feels fine in game. It doesn't feel like your crit is rolled weird because of it. So the video should be proof of that. Coiling Whisper, mentioned that a few times, and this is a dead ring pretty much. I was testing different reduced curse duration rings and messing with the tech, so this is like a nothing ring. It's just giving us strength. Keep that in mind. There's a lot of unoptimized things about the build. Flasks aren't really important. They have mostly low uptime on bosses. For mapping, they're good, but yeah, they don't really do much on the bosses. And then for our skills, Purity of Elements is a dead one pretty much. It's only giving us elemental ailment immunity, but I was using it to cap res and I didn't feel like switching it out for anything yet. Discipline Zealotry, really good. Here's our curse application in the boots for the Soul Eater ring. This is a dead. The only thing we're using here is we're not even using anything in here. I'm testing stuff out with Assassin's Mark and seeing if it works or not. Frostblink. Tempest Shield I want to run but haven't started running it. Clarity running, low level. And for Winter Orb, testing stuff out, but this is what I got in here so far. I do really want cold penetration. You can see the DPS increase for cold penetration is pretty huge, 47%. So inspiration would be the best one to swap, but mana problems, so still figuring that stuff out. Version, this is Spec 1. If you made it through the whole video, thank you. The the gameplay was scuffed, as you saw. It was not that great of damage. Tankiness was pretty good though. But yeah, gonna keep iterating on this and see where we can take Winter Orb. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.